Hello everyone, today I'm working on some auto racks. I have been collecting these for quite a while, so today it's time to sort them out and put them to work on the railroad. I was able to amalgamate 7 of them over time, so that's going to make a nice train. These are 80 footers, so they're the equivalent of 14 freight cars, so that should make a nice size train. Only trouble is some of these have rapidos and some of these have knuckle type couplers. To complicate things even worse, these are made by different manufacturers. I'm going to give you a close-up of each of them. Let's start with this one. It's by Bachmann, and my cars have become unglued, so if I want to have a happy life, I should probably glue them back, because that's probably going to drive me crazy. At any rate, for today I'll just show it to you. So the Bachmanns, they have these removable doors at the end, which is kind of cool, and the bright yellow handrails. So I really like this Penn Central, because Penn Central used to be in the Detroit area. So that's amazing, because I can get the cars from the factory. So I'll just put these back there for now. I'll let you have a look at the next car. Some of these, they say just Austria, and one of them says Atlas. From, I don't know where Atlas is made, we'll take a look at it later. But you can see these cars are far from perfect, and they lack a little bit of detail. You know, they have a little bit of sprue left on them. I don't think it's worth spending a lot of time cleaning them up. But this one, since I have it in my hands, I'll make it that much better. And I suppose I should glue it also. It's got a little prong where it sits. And then this one, just get the camera to refocus. Does say Austria on it. Oh, Atlas Austria, so that's my only Atlas car. So somebody took the time to convert it to knuckle couplers. So I've got 2 of these which have knuckle couplers on them, which is the problem that I have to fix now. I don't necessarily want them to be side by side. So these are Model Power. It just says Austria on the bottom. That's all it says, but these are pretty neat. So I like them. They're both great. There's nothing to do on them. Here's another Austria car. Same as the other ones. Really nothing to do on it. Just enjoy it. So all these Austria cars, they have very, very long coupler extensions on the trucks, and you can tell there's a little up motion at the front and the back. Yeah, this Frisco one is also really cool. Sure glad I got that. And here's another Austria AT&SF. So I want to spread them out and get all the colors mixed together before I put them in a consist. I have to do something with the couplers. The Bachmann and the other ones, the other Austria ones, they're not really too compatible. But let's see if these might be compatible. I might just change them out, and that would be cool. That would solve my issue right away. I've got 3 of the Santa Fe, so I'm going to try to spread them out. And the engine I'm going to be running in front of this is an SD35 by Atlas, so it does have knuckle type couplers. And I've got also a really cool caboose with knuckle type couplers, so I would like to put one at the beginning and one at the end. I'm going to see how it works out. I've got my plan together now. I'm gonna convert one of the Santa Fe's, just one side of it actually, I'm gonna convert to micro train, so I'm gonna keep this knuckle one to hook up to the locomotive, and then I'll do the same thing on the other one. I'll just keep one to hook up to the caboose, and that, as they say, will be that. So these are little metal plates that will hold the coupler in its intended spot. You have to be careful with these because the plastic gets brittle over time. So I'm just going to open them very gently. You just start them with the screwdriver, and then you finish with some little pliers. That way you don't damage the plastic, which it can get brittle after a little while. These knuckle type couplers, I keep them. They're very useful. I think Intermountain bought the molds for these, so you can still get them, and they get you out of a bad situation. Now you want to be careful here because there's a spring and that might just fly off, but we'll try and do it easy. Then I have my little coupler. I'll just refocus that so you can have a good look. I have my little coupler there. So I'm going to bring in the other Rapido. So I found this nice coupler that's going to come in and sit in here. It's worth it taking your time to get this just right. So that is going to work well together. And then I'll put my little metal holster right in its slots. It's okay to take time when you're doing this, it's not a race. And then I'll use my plier just to bend these back. See if I can get part of it done with my fingers. That is some good metal, even after all these years. It's probably 30 plus years that's been since that freight car has been made. It's contemporary with the Penn Central. I did the other one off camera. It wasn't actually that bad. It just wasn't that bad. I'm glad I did it though, because I've been procrastinating on making this video. By the way, Daniel Cordapassi made a video about that, you know, procrastinating on getting started on your projects. So that, me too, you know, I'm famous for that. I'll get an idea for a video, I'll buy all the stuff, and then it just sits on my shelf for a long time. I have been known to do that. So I suppose to a certain extent we all do that. I need to pile this pin just a little bit more. Don't want to break the freight car, but I want that pin to be tight enough. If it's not that tight, the car could wobble. But yeah, that's done. I've got my Rapido on one side. I think I am going to glue this little guy in. So I've got the Rapido on one side and the knuckle type coupler on the other side. Same with this one here. So that will be that. I can put the rest of the cars any which way I want, just have the two ends with knuckle couplers. So that's really neat. I suppose we can go and run some trains now. The video when I painted this engine, it's up to 25,000 views, so that's really neat. It performed very well for me. Then I switched it over to DCC and sound. I've got a lot of engines with DCC and sound now. So let's start her up. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.